All right, my name is Chuck Williams, and this call is specifically for our UK team. We're so proud of them. We've got probably 10 to 12 key leaders that have joined the team, and they've all got people on their teams, but just extremely excited about what's going on here in the UK, and hopefully you'll be able to use this anywhere in the world. You'll definitely be able to use it as you open up new countries and new people, so it will help you. For those of you that don't know, you're brand new, maybe watching this video, these are the founders of the company. You've got Jim Coover on the right, Kathy Coover in the middle, and Eric Coover on the left. Eric Coover is the founder of the Start Your Life movement. So if you go to startyourlife.com, you can learn all about that, get plugged in the Facebook page. You really want to start recruiting young people into your business and tie them into the Start Your Life movement that this young man, Eric Coover, has started. Jim and Kathy Coover has some incredible videos on YouTube. In fact, if you want the best pay plan, best compensation videos, search Kathy Coover and Jim Coover compensation plan. Jim Coover does a very long one, detailed, goes into all the different details. See here, just a second. All right, looks like my internet's back. And I apologize if my internet's coming and going a little bit. I have no way of knowing that until I don't see anymore. Anyway, Kathy Coover also has a phenomenal compensation plan. It's called Fast Track to Executive. And so Jim Coover's got the long, detailed one. Kathy Coover has a short one. And it's specifically for the US market and a few other markets. So some of the things that are available in the US are not yet available in the UK. Just realize that the 5 key ways of making money that you heard on the webinar the other day, those are the ways right now for the UK. And we'll cover those a little bit later here. Some of the questions that I like to ask people to just generate conversation about this topic is, what does your dream life look like? I got that off the top of the presentation worksheet that the company provides as a marketing tool. What's your exit strategy is a good one too. Whatever job someone has, whatever stage of life they're in, what's your exit strategy from what you're doing? And most people don't have one. We do with Isagenix. Are you in the best health you'd like to be? That's one they actually used at the corporate presentations that they were doing on the roadshow. They just simply asked people, are you in the best health you'd like to be? Typically people are not, and no matter how healthy someone is, they always want to be more healthy, and that opens the door for you to help them. A question that Eric brought to the table, he's one of the top leaders here in the UK. If you had to choose, would you choose better health or an unstoppable income? That has become my favorite question. I just absolutely love that question because it solicits a positive response. If they say better health, great. I've got some products you just absolutely got to check out. If they say an unstoppable income, great. I've got a phenomenal system that you need to check out. And if they say both, you say, good, you're the 2% I've been looking for. Because I'm going to show you how to get both. So that's a great question. Eric, thank you for bringing that to our attention. We've been using it ever since. These are the 12 countries we were in prior to Monday. Now you can add the UK to that because the UK is officially open as of Monday, May 15th, 2017. The next country on schedule is Germany, and after that's the Netherlands. One of the things I want to encourage you and the UK team especially to do, but really everywhere, is those of you in the UK are part of the initial launch of Isagenix in the UK. Use that to your advantage. That's a very strong statement when you can tell people that. And you're looking for other people to help us get the word out. That's what we're doing. We're helping get the word out about Isagenix in the UK. And then as you're talking to them, ask them, we're also going to be expanding throughout Germany. Throughout Europe, do you know anybody in Germany or the Netherlands? Those are our next 2 countries. We have leaders on our team. They'll be going to launch there just like they did here in the United States. The UK. We were the founding group for the UK. We know how profitable that can be long term. And it might be very profitable for you to help us open up Germany or the Netherlands. Those are just some talking points to help you generate interest. Even if that person knows nobody in Germany, knows nobody in the Netherlands, you've expanded their thinking beyond some small rinky-dink business to something very, very big. We'll get more into that later about the company. So these are just some key points, key selling points to help you to get people's attention. We're all about solutions. So get used to looking for pain points that people have and offering solutions. Get that as part of your DNA because that's really what we're all about. The John Anderson story, the master formulator. Take a minute, go to YouTube, and look up the John Anderson story. If you want a shortcut, go to teamofhope.com and look at my blog archives. It's either February or March. Farmer John Arding was nice enough to send me the John Anderson story. It's a phenomenal story. Learn it. How he got bit by a poisonous spider. The toxins from that poisonous spider were causing the medical profession to cut off his foot, amputate his foot. It's a leading formulator of nutrition products. He said, whoa, let me formulate something to get those toxins out of my body. I'm not going to cut my foot off. Let me try to get it out with nutrition. And sure enough, he created a cleanse product that allows him to save his foot. And that was the beginning of Isogenics 15 years ago. Great story. Look it up on YouTube, listen to it, learn it, because you're going to want to be able to share that with people as you're talking about this great opportunity. Now here in the UK, the primary focus initially is going to be the weight loss system. We also have an energy and performance system. The healthy aging will be coming soon, but we want to start everybody on the weight loss solution. Even if they don't need to lose any weight, start them on the weight loss solution. It's going to get rid of some initial fat and allow them to get ready to do the performance and energy also. So we'll go into more of that detail in a little bit. Now, when you talk about unstoppable income, we have the best wealth creation tool I've ever seen. Herb Cepeda jumped on a call just the other day. We did with some of the UK people, and he was talking about different income levels. And he predicted, no one's done it yet, but he predicted that in the very near future, there will be people in Isogenics making a six-figure weekly income. And for those of you that were in the room when we were listening to him, I believe he said the last couple of weeks he's been making 60, 70,000 a week. So a lot of money to be made here. Again, those are not typical numbers by any means. He's the number one income earner in the entire company. There's 500,000 customers. 85+% of them are nothing but customers. We love customers. You need a business like that to be sustainable. You can't have everybody be in the business to be their own customer to have a sustainable business. You need customers. 85% of people using Isogenics products do nothing but use the product. About 14% share it with a few people, make a little money, maybe pay for a holiday, pay for their products, but it's a part-time, more of a hobby. And there's 1 or 2% that take it really serious, like myself and some of you, that end up making very significant incomes. Now, not everyone who puts in a serious effort makes serious income. Yeah, there's a lot of variables. I'll read the disclaimer, the official disclaimer a little bit here. I mentioned Herb and Patty Cepeda earlier. One of the main things you can do to be successful is plug into someone who's already doing what you want to do. And that's what I've done with Herb and Patty Cepeda. I've plugged in their system. I'm learning everything I can from Mr. Cepeda and Patty. And anytime they have an event, I'm going to be there. I'm on all the calls I can possibly be on. I'm going to try to arrange my schedule where I can be on even more. Somebody's off mute. If you want to say something, say it. If you don't realize you're off mute, go ahead and mute yourself. Let me see if I can find out who that is, and I'll mute them for them. All right. I think somebody may have called in. If you can mute your phone line, that'd be great, because we're getting some feedback. I'm going to finish the presentation just a few minutes, and we'll jump on a train. But a lot of these points in the presentation are training points I want to bring up to you. One of the main things you can do to be successful is plug into Herb and Patty Cepeda. They've got a website I'm going to get to in a minute. Let me get back to that. Okay, here are the products that initially are available in the UK. You've got the shakes, the Nourish for Life, the Ionics, the Thermo, the snacks, the IsoMove, which is similar to our IsoFlush, IsoDelight. I don't think the IsoDelights are part of the weight loss system. Definitely something you want to add on in the future. I wish I had thought about that earlier when you first all made your first purchase. But those IsoDelights are critically important when you're doing your cleanse day. And then you get your energy shots and your amped hydrate. So those are the initial products that we're launching with. Why don't we take a few minutes right now? Diane, why don't you come on over here? And I'm going to have Diane kind of walk you through the different products like we do a brand new person, kind of give you some background on the different products. Diane, you probably know them by our different names, but you'll be able to figure it out. The thermals, like the accelerator. Okay, she's got it. So here's my beautiful wife, married 36 years this July 18th. And she's over here in London with me. We're having a great time. Diane's going to spend a few minutes taking you through the products, and you want to do the same thing with all your new people. So here she is.
Hello, team. This is Diane. Just trading places here. Just want to let you know that something that I know Chuck just said that we have not done very good at, but we're definitely getting better at, is helping our people not only place their first order, but calling them when we believe that they have received their box. Just kind of encourage them, go through the box with them. Once again, go over the shake day and the cleanse day. You should receive in your box a pamphlet that actually will walk you through what each of these days look like. But I'm just going to kind of walk you through now, looking at the products on the screen. The first three products that we have are our shakes, and these are in individual packets. They come in vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. And for your shake day, you want to definitely start your 30-day program with at least 2 shake days. And what that entails is you're going to replace 2 of your meals throughout each day with a shake. So you can either replace your breakfast and lunch and then eat a sensible dinner, which in the booklet, they will show you what a good sensible dinner looks like. It's usually like half a plate of vegetables, a fourth a plate of your protein, and then a fourth of your plate of good carbs, and then some good fat. But you can do whatever meal you want to replace your shakes with. We've heard that a lot of people have had the most success by replacing their breakfast and dinner with their shakes and eating their sensible meal at lunch. But like I said, you've got to customize to what works for you, because we want you to have a successful 30 days. So then your first bottle that you've got here is your Nourish for Life, and that's going to be what you're going to have for Cleanse Life. And before I get into the cleanse day, I want to make a special note of the next bottle is Ionics. They actually should have put that first, because that's like the number 1 product as far as I'm concerned. I feel like I can't go without that, but I have proven myself wrong this week. But the Ionics is what you want to take every day, first thing in the morning. That's going to help stabilize or balance your body, and it's going to help you relieve stress, any stress in your life. So you definitely want to start your day with Ionics, and that's on every day, shake day and cleanse day. So then moving on to your cleanse day, you're going to be taking your Nourish for Life 4 times throughout the day, and you're going to spread it out evenly. And in between the times that you're taking your Nourish for Life, you want to keep your blood sugar stabilized. And so along with that, you're going to have the what's that called, Chuck? Thermalex? I can't see the name on the bottle. And these snacks, and then your Isomove. And actually, you're going to be taking the Thermalex. Chuck, I don't know what that's called. We call it the natural accelerator, but that boosts your metabolism. So I know in that booklet, it's going to tell you that what you're going to be taking every day, and that you're going to be taking every day also. But on your cleanse day, like I said, you're first going to take your first of all, you're going to take your Ionics. Then you're going to take your first Nourish for Life, which is 4 ounces. And then you're like a couple hours later, an hour to an hour and a half later, you want to take these snack tablets. I can't find there it is. The snack tablets, and they're like little wafers, and you're going to take 2 of those. And the first time you take those, you're also going to take your, we call them natural accelerator. It's Therma something. I'm sorry, but I can't read the name on the label. So then, like Chuck was saying, the Isodelights, we didn't realize that those were available to you. That would have been great. If you haven't placed your order yet, you might want to consider adding that to your order. It's not included in the 30-day package, but it's just a nice thing to have on your cleanse day, because it's a piece of dark chocolate that, once again, is another way that can help you stabilize your blood sugar. So after you take your snacks, like an hour later, if you had the Isodelights, you could take an Isodelight at that time. And then like an hour later, you would take your Nourish for Life again, and then you just repeat the process. The second time you take the snacks, you don't take another natural accelerator. Sorry, I can't read the label. And then an hour later, you could take an Isodelight. If you don't have the Isodelights, I meant to tell you this. If you don't have the Isodelights, you can replace that with a fourth of an apple or a fourth of a pear. You want to stick to the low glycemic fruits, because you don't want to raise your blood sugar. You want to keep it stable. I know any of the fruits ending in berry are low glycemic. fruits. So then you'll do that one more time. You'll take your Nourish for Life. An hour or so later, you'll take 2 snacks. And again, in the afternoon when you take your snacks, you'll take another Natural Accelerator. Then about an hour later, you take either an Ice of Delight or a piece of fruit. You don't want it to have a whole fruit because you don't want to spike your sugar level. And then the last time that you take your Nourish for Life, that's it for the night. Unless you have you can take like one more Ice of Delight or another fourth of an apple. Your E-shots, these are great for they're like a little energy drink, but they're all natural. They're made from herbs, and they don't give you a crash like some of the ones that they have out on the public. And then the last thing is your Amped Hydrate. This is just a drink that replenishes like your electrolytes and keeps you hydrated. That is something that is hugely important throughout this whole time. In fact, you should be doing it even before you get on this program. You should be drinking lots of water. You want to drink, I have to tell you it from the United States because I'm sorry, I don't know the conversion here, but for every pound you weigh, you want to drink double that amount in ounces. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you want to drink 200 ounces of water a day. And especially on your cleanse days, you want to make sure that you're getting more than you would regularly drink of water, because you want to make sure that when you're getting rid of those toxins that you're flushing that. So the Amped is also something that you could drink on a cleanse day also, just like I said, to keep your blood sugar stable. So with that, I believe that's all the product info that I need to share with you. And Chuck is coming back to take over for the rest.
Thank you, Diane. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Diane. She will be around to answer any product questions at the end, but basically you want to take your new people through that and make sure they know about the product. It's very, very important. Hopefully that helped you. All right, next, I mentioned John Anderson in his story. Looked it up on Team of Hope or YouTube directly. Science, when you're talking to people about Isagenix, make sure you understand a little bit about the history of this company. Isagenix has built its reputation on exceeding all standards commonly used in the nutraceutical industry. And this vision of creating a no-compromise company placed Isagenix in a category of its own, it's really what makes Isagenix different than any other company. Know John Anderson's story. He has developed products for over 600 different companies, over 2,000 products he's formulated, and Isagenix was the first company he ever put his name on as a founder because Kathy and Jim Anderson agreed to do it the right way, no compromise, not make the product cheaper to sell at a higher profit. And when you want to look at quality, just look at the sales. 15 years, $5 billion in sales. And this year, 2017, it will be the first year they do over $1 billion in a single year. You don't do that kind of sales with a product that's inferior by any means. Quality assurance. Understand that there's rigorous quality assurance that takes place with these products. Now, I apologize that this isn't the cleanest slide in the world, but I actually took this at a roadshow here in the UK about a month ago. Research and selection of raw materials. They don't just take it from one specific, they scour the earth to find the right materials to put in these products that have enough supply that they can supply a large customer base and growing. Fresh ingredients, extensive audits for quality control. Each raw material is evaluated. Raw materials are tested in quarantine, analytical and sensory testing prior to production. Isagenix oversees finished product validation. What that means is they take finished product and then they test that and make sure it has what the label says it has. Most companies are afraid to do that because it just doesn't. So you can learn a lot more about the product at isagenixhealth.net, isagenixhealth.net. All kinds of information, including the 8 scientific research studies that have been peer reviewed. Again, that's isagenixhealth.net. Also, you go to teamofhope.com. On the blogs, go to April 10th, and I've got a blog up there from Dr. Biantich. He was on the roadshow. That's the first time I met him. I got to shake hands and talk to him a little bit. But he does a phenomenal job explaining the products and the value of the products and why we're different than anything else out there. Diane, would you do me a favor? My battery's running low. All right, let me pause this for just a second and get my battery fixed here so we don't lose you. Got our power back on, folks, so we're good to go here. Anyway, this Dr. Paul is not the scientist that does the peer-reviewed studies. That's a different Dr. Paul. Both have some phenomenal stuff on isogenics. I've met them both. Isogenics history. I want to spend just a couple minutes on this slide, and I want you to take some notes and learn this slide so when you're talking to people, you know how to share this company, because this is very, very important. It's 15 years old. Financial stability. Most companies don't make it past year 5. So the fact that we're 15 years old is a monumental thing. 15 years old. Steady, consistent growth. Over $5 billion in cumulative sales. World-class products. Ranked 22nd globally by Direct Selling News. Now that's an important fact. You've heard me, I mention this one on every presentation I do because it's so important. Number 22 in the world, and we're only 15 years old. Now, I just said 15 years old is good because it's so long, which it is, you know, for making it through the 5 years where most companies don't make it. 99% of companies don't make it 5, 10 years. So the 15 years is good there, but it's just a baby when you compare it to the top 20 companies in our industry. They're average 40, 45 years old. So it doesn't take a math major to figure out you have this 15-year-old company that's shooting to the top of our industry. So it's very, very important because people want to be on a winner. They want to be on something that's growing, something that's just now opening up Europe, just now getting ready to open up Asia, hasn't even touched Africa yet. The whole world is wide open for a company that's already done $15 billion. Now you can feel the excitement as I'm sharing that with you. You've got to get those things into your heart. You know, first you got to get them in your head, but then you got to get them in your heart to where you can share it to where people want to be a part of your business, okay? Winner of 36 American Business Awards and a global charitable contribution of 4.48 million pounds. That was raised from Make-A-Wish Foundation. So a very charitable organization. The picture you see in the background, again, was a slide that I took on the roadshow here a couple months ago in the UK. That's a picture of the corporate office in Arizona. Diane and I are going to be making our first visit there sometime this summer. I want to encourage all of you to possibly think about going along for that trip. We'll make it a team trip if you're in the United States. But those of you in the UK, get down to the UK office soon. They've asked us to give them about 30 days to get their feet on the ground, and then you can start doing tours and using the 1.5 stories, 1.5 floors that they've set aside for us. We talked earlier about the founders. Get to know their stories, phenomenal stories. Jim and Kathy Coover did not need to do this business 15 years ago. They were financially free. Financially free means you don't have to work another day the rest of your life. That's the position they found themselves in. But they found a product because of John Anderson that they knew had the capability of changing the world. And so they came out of retirement to create Isogenics to do just that, change the world. Their son Eric is a great story too. Wasn't involved in the business in the beginning, but has since caught the vision and now is the heir apparent to someday take over for Jim and Kathy when and if they retire. Well, they will eventually. Learn how to earn money by sharing Isogenics products. One of the objections some of you have been getting in the UK is it costs so much. Well, good nutrition can be expensive. Ask any professional athlete or serious athlete. They're going to look for the best nutrition products they can get because they want that slight edge, that performance in the gym or in their sport. Well, it's the same in life. You want the best when it comes to your health, and that's what Isogenics is, the best. But our products, unlike those in the gym or in your local supplement store, can be free. You can earn our products simply by using it and sharing those with other people. Get your products paid for by yourself. Get that as your story as soon as possible, and then teach others how to do that. And all of a sudden, you're building a very lucrative business. It's as simple as you share, they share, repeat. We'll talk more about that when we talk about how you become a manager in just a few minutes. Or another way to put it is you eat it, you love it, you share it. Repeat. That's the formula that's right there for success. It's a proven system for success. Now, the Chief Sales and Marketing Officer is a guy by the name of Travis Garza. Those of you who are in the UK on the second roadshow, the first roadshow that I was here, he was on that roadshow. He spoke to our team. We got to meet him, shake hands, do some videos, some pictures with him. But he talked about the different packs that are available. So hopefully you can see the screen. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger for you. Hopefully that helps a little bit. You'll see the different packs. The premium pack is the big one. We got one for weight loss management. We got one for energy and performance. It's the Grande Coupe. It's got everything in there, all the products you need for yourself and even some to sample and give away. It's about 559 pounds, I believe, for that. It's 66 pounds in what's called a product introduction bonus. The product introduction bonus is important. That's what you get paid for introducing the product to a new customer. It's not something you get paid every month as they order. It's just their first order. It's a product introduction bonus. And on the premium pack, it's 66 pounds. On the medium pack, which we call the 30-day system, it's a 20-pound product introduction bonus. Now, on the premium pack, the premium membership fee is waived. It's waived. But on the 30-day weight loss system, you actually have a 19-pound annual membership fee to get the 25% discount. And that's where they become an associate or not. That's a preferred customer. If you just want to be a regular online customer, the discount's only 10%, and then there is no annual fee. So you don't want to force your prospect into doing anything. You just share with them the different options. They're going to see that the best option for them is always going to be the preferred customer. If they order anything at all, basically, the 25% discount is going to pay for the annual membership to be a preferred member. Once they're a preferred member, let them choose if they want to stay a preferred member or become an associate. To become an associate, they simply go in their back office, they watch a video, they click some terms and conditions, they're going to fill out a little more information, and they're a new associate. It's that simple, but don't force them. In fact, here in the UK, we have a 200-pound rule. In your first 7 days in the business as an associate, you can only do up to 200 pounds of product purchase. So if a person wants a premium pack, they can't do that their first 7 days. So one way to help them get what they want, if they want the premium pack, is to have them order that as a preferred customer, receive the product, and then after that, go back in later after 7 days and go ahead and become an associate, or after they've placed their order, become an associate after, make it two separate things. So first pack is the premium pack. That's the one you always want to put out there. If the person wants it, go for it. What statistics have shown are the people that have been most successful in isogenics have started with that premium pack. We call it a value pack in the United States. The retention's better and the people make more money who come in at that higher level. However, you really want to identify the person's pain point, what they want to achieve, their goals, their dreams, and tailor the solution to them and let them choose. The medium pack is the 30-day system. The everyday system is kind of like the monthly maintenance. It's kind of like the bare bones. If someone's hurting financially but they want to get in the business, it's kind of the product that they're going to get started with if that's all they can afford, and that's fine. I've been there myself. In fact, I've been in this situation 10, 15 years ago. I had to borrow the money to get started in a business. So we're not making fun of anybody if they're hurting financially. There's a way to solve that issue too. So the everyday system, there's about 4 different options there. They all have an 8-pound product introduction bonus. So the bigger the pack, the bigger your product introduction bonus. But always do what's best for the customer, and then in long term, you're going to be happy. All right. Hope that makes sense. We'll talk more about this in a minute because we got a really cool promotion around this topic. All right, on these product introduction bonuses, I just want to make another point. Long term, there will be what's called a double product introduction bonus. Right now, that's not available in the UK, but long term, we believe it will be. It's a promotional bonus. It comes and goes. They use it to motivate the field. It's not part of the core compensation plan. But when there is a double bonus, double product introduction bonus, what it means is that if you make 2 sales in the same week, you get double the product introduction bonus. Now, again, that's not available in the UK to begin with. Stay tuned. We expect them to be adding that probably at the June event. Nothing is guaranteed, though. They'll add it when they're ready to add it. It's optional to them. But that is something that is available in the United States through August, I believe. And then I believe it will be available fairly soon in the UK. It's called a double product introduction bonus. We also have rank advancement bonuses. Again, this is not available in the initial startup here in the UK, but just so you know what they are, at the consultant level, there's no time limit, but the rank advancement bonus, when you become a consultant, that's 1 new customer on your right, 1 new enhanced customer on your left. or multiple on your right and left, but together your personals on the right and left combine for over 100 BV, and you personally do over 100 BV. So that's 3 positions, yours, right and left, all 3, 100 BV or more. And the ones on the right and left don't have to be one individual. It can be multiple people adding up to 100 BV. Hope that makes sense. That makes you a consultant. There's a $50 rank advancement bonus when that is available. It's not available right now in the UK. Again, that's something we do expect them to add soon, but not at the very beginning here. The next one is called Crystal Manager. A manager is the you share, they share. The you share is you get 2 new consultants. You basically become a consultant, and then 2 of your associates that you signed up become consultants. Now they can both be on the right, both be on the left, one on the right, one on the left, doesn't matter. But for you to become a manager, you share, then they share. So your 2 get 2. Again, both can be on the right, both can be on the left, one on each side, doesn't matter. But you have to be a consultant, and you have to have 2 personally enrolled people that become consultants. That makes you a manager. When the rank advancement bonuses are in place, if you do that, become a manager within your first 60 days, 60 days, you become a crystal manager and you get a $250 bonus. Now they'll obviously translate that into pounds for you, but that's what it is in the US, and you should be seeing these bonuses added to the UK fairly soon. No promises, no guarantees. It's a promotional bonus. It can be added or taken away at the company's whim. Director bonus. A director is a consultant who personally enrolls 6 people that become consultants. All 6 can be on the right, all 6 on the left, or 3 on the right, 3 on the left. Doesn't matter. But 6 person enrolled consultants, and you become a director. Now, as a director, if you do that in your first 120 days from the join date or the reset date, like in the UK, they're going to have a reset date. When they do kick this off, they're not going to roll it back to your beginning date. It's going to be a reset date. But when they do that, you get a $750 bonus if you're successful in becoming a crystal director, 6 person enrolled consultants. And then the highest level of the company's pay plan is the crystal executive or executive. An executive is you being a consultant, and you have 5 person enrolled consultants on your right team and 5 person enrolled consultants on your left team. Now, since the beginning rank, which was consultant, this is the first time it's mattered if they're right or left. And it does matter because you need to have 5 on your right and 5 on your left. I'm not going to go into our power line teaching tonight. That's something we do in every presentation. But we teach the power line. Herb Cepeda taught it first. Eric helped crystallize it for our UK team. I actually took that back to the US and made it clearer for everybody. But we teach, put your first 10 people you enroll in the power line, in the team leg, the leg that the upline is helping you build. First 10. Or 5 consultants, whichever comes first. And then put your spouse or family member at the top of the other leg, which we call the focus leg, because that's where you're going to be focusing the bulk of your attention long-term in your business. So that's the structure. That's how you want to build your business. All right, we'll offer an opportunity for any questions at the end. We're almost done here. I want to encourage all of you on the UK team to get by the corporate office and get to know the corporate leadership. Get to know a couple key people in customer support. Get to know Kevin and Peter by first name. Make sure they know who you are. Make sure they know you're there to help them. You're not there to be a complainer, but an encourager. You want to help them any way you can, because it really pays to have friends at the corporate office. Let's just be frank. Okay, this is business. So get to know these guys and offer your support and help whenever you can. It just helps to know the right people, and these guys are the right people. Not only here in the UK, but Peter is in charge of all of Europe. So as we go to Germany and the Netherlands and Spain and Italy and all these European countries, Peter is over all Europe. So get to know him and Kevin, and enough said. I think you get the point there. Marketing done for you. The website you see there is my personal website from Isogenics. It's my username, .isogenics.com. All of you have a similar situation. Your username, .isogenics.com. It's a great system. It takes them to the page. It's a good system. We use a system that's even a little better, in my opinion. This is totally optional. But if you want to learn about this, go to teamofhope.com. In the May archives, May 2017, you'll see a blog archive called The Marketing System to Promote My Isogenics. A couple gentlemen on our team created this system for another business. As soon as we got involved in Isogenics, they customized the system for Isogenics, and it's the best system out there in my opinion. Now, on myteamofhope.com, all the details are right there for you. There is an affiliate program tied to this. Now, I know Rod Doctor doesn't call it an affiliate program. I don't know what he calls it, but it costs $49.99 a month to use this. The first month is free. I think they say $1 for the first month, but the first 30 days, $1. But I don't think they charge you $1. But anyway, try it for 30 days. If you like it, continue to use it. If you don't like it, cancel it. There is no more charge. If you refer someone else to this system, you're going to have your own code to use. And when people use that code and sign up for the system, the first month they pay the $49.99, you're going to earn $40. And then the second month and every month thereafter, you're going to earn $10. So if you get 5 people personally on this system yourself, your system is free. And this system is worth every bit of $50 a month. I use it extensively to promote my business. When I'm out there giving away cards, if you spend any time with me at all, you know I generate interest. I give them my card. I encourage them to watch a short video. If they're interested, fill out the form so I can reach back to them and get them more information. If they're not interested, throw my card away. It's that simple, and it works. I got 2 leads tonight from giving away a card and just create interest, and people are going to the site and getting interested. So the system absolutely works. You know if somebody watches your video, you know if they watch the whole video, half the video. It's got an automatic email responder, and me and the other top marketers are putting the system together that you can then use. So I highly recommend it. It's not necessary. It's optional. But for me, it was something I wanted. I wanted to know when people went to my website. I wanted to know when they watched the video. I wanted the autoresponders. I wanted the database. I was going to develop all these things on my own. The guy had it for me, and I just started using it. And now I'm promoted it to my leaders. This is the most important site of all. This is Herb Cepeda's site, besetfreelife.com. Get in the habit of getting all your new people to go to the site and sign up to become a member. It's free. There's no charge to be a member for Herb Cepeda's system. It's besetfreelife.com. You can see the website right there in front of you. It takes a few days for them to go through, make sure you're an associate on their team. It's exclusive to their team. And then once you do that, you'll be good to go. All right, Joseph, I hope that your system that's breaking up, because you were breaking up earlier and no one else was, so I'm hoping it's your internet and not mine. No one else is telling me they're having trouble, so I hope it's your internet that's having the problem, not mine, because I would love for this training to be available for everybody. All right, I'm going to come to my leaders here in just a minute, but let me read this disclaimer first. I'm going to have a few of my leaders just share a few golden nuggets with you, and then I'm going to come back and cover some tips that I gave to Letty tonight that I think will help all of you. And then we'll do a quick tour of the back office, and I'll answer any questions you have. I know it's a bit lengthy, but this is a real business, and we're getting started, so I want to help you. The earnings disclaimer. I mentioned earlier what I heard Herb Cepeda say he made. Well, it's important you know earnings levels for Isogenics Independent Associates that were mentioned in this presentation are examples and should not be construed as typical or average. His definitely are not. Income level achievements are dependent upon individual associates' business skills, personal ambition, time, commitment, activity, demographic factors. For average earnings, see the Isogenics Independent Associate Earnings Statement found at isogenics.earnings.com. Isogenics millionaires are defined as Isogenics associates who have cumulatively earned $1 million or more with Isogenics. Then we have a couple of disclaimers. I don't think I mentioned anything about amount of weight loss or anything like that, so I don't think we have to go there. So let's do this. Let me take a minute and go to Pete Hamby. Pete was the first person I enrolled in the business. Everybody needs a best friend like Pete. Pete encouraged me in the very beginning, and everybody needs that one good friend that they can count on to help them get started. Hopefully you all have that. If not, we're going to teach you a little bit tonight about how to cold contact and meet new people, and you can find a friend like Pete. So Pete, why don't you unmute yourself and just share a few words of wisdom. You helped open up Hong Kong for our previous company, put 1,000 people in the business in one summer. So you've got some experience building international, and I know you're rooting for the team here in the UK. So Pete, anything you'd like to share with everybody?
Yes.
Congratulations to everyone there in the UK. Exciting times for you guys. You know, when I went to Hong Kong with our previous company, we didn't have an office there. We didn't have any kind of support. I know that I saw pictures of the office there. What a great opportunity for you guys to be able to take prospects to the office there. I think I'd be setting prospects. You know, I heard earlier that some of the things that here in the U.S., we get the same answer that, and I answer it is they get 56 mil replacement.
All right.
You guys are all leaders. We're out here, we're planting seeds. Nobody's asked you to every week since I've been in, I haven't enrolled a new member. And this last week, one of my friends I talked to 90 days ago when I first joined the business came to me last week and says, explain a whole lot. I just explained to him that I was with a nutritional company and I was helping a lot of people become healthy and lose weight if that was their goal. And that's really too much information sometimes is not good. But it's all about how you answer the questions. And you guys know that, and you're going to be learning that. And I'm here. I'm sure Chuck will pass my information on.
Thank you, Pete. And I was breaking up in and out, so I don't know how much of that everybody heard, but as you were going in and out, you were giving some great nuggets. If you wouldn't mind in the chat box, Pete, just put your information in there, your Skype, your Facebook information, your Skype, so people get a hold of you.
Back to you, Chuck.
All right, I'm kind of concerned you can't hear me because I was just talking. Stan, can you hear me? Stan, can you see my lips moving?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, I'm maybe getting a little bad internet connection. I'm breaking in and out, but Stan, go ahead and give us a little bit from your perspective. Stan's another great friend, him and Lisa, and we're just honored and privileged to have him on our team. Him and his wife, Lisa, both going to be major leaders in the U.S. and around the world. Give us your perspective on the products and just encourage everybody that's getting started here in the UK, please.
Yeah, well, definitely, Chuck. Congratulations to the team over there. You know, this is one of the things that I want to share with you is that we're in business by ourselves with our own situation, but you're never in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. This is a team play. So let me just start by saying that. What leg you're on, who you're with, this company is supporting and helping each other be successful in this business. The other thing is, I'll tell you that the product itself, scientifically, it has the research behind it. But I will tell you that I've read a lot of things about companies and their products before, and I've tested a lot of almost every supplement that's on the market that has to do with protein. And bodybuilders are very picky. And professional athletes that I've worked with in the past are very, very picky about their products. So this particular time, what I wanted to do is I took the product myself. I got on the 30-day weight loss program with my wife. We both started the program. We started doing it exactly the way that the booklet says. And this is the booklet that Diane was referring to earlier. The nutritional basis to this product. I lost 22 pounds. I'm not going to tell you the length, but I'm a big guy, and I didn't need to lose weight. But I lost lean. I lost unwanted, stubborn percentage of body fat, and I increased my lean muscle mass, all in the same process. And that's almost unheard of in bodybuilding. That's our goal. That's what we're trying to do. The nutritional side of this product, when you look at a weight loss program, I would recommend everybody that starts in this program starts on the weight loss program and then builds from there. Whether you're looking for a maintenance program, where you're looking for performance, where you're looking for energy, you're looking for aches and pain remedies, those are all available to us. But I would recommend through a nutritional process, everybody you talk to starts on the weight loss, because they have to get rid of the junk and get their body ready, the receptors in your body, from your hormone receptors to your liver receptors, to your kidney, to your protein, to your cellular structure. It has to be ready to receive the proper information. So do the cleanse, do the system first. You'll be amazed, and people will be amazed. Even people like me that have been in the bodybuilding world for over 20 years will tell you this is an amazing system, and it definitely supports what we've been preaching for over 20 years. Back to you, Chuck.
Thank you, Stan.
Looks like Chuck isn't.
Can you hear me now, Stan?
All right.
Let me go ahead and turn my camera back on too. Trying to
Go ahead.
save my bandwidth here. All right, I want to go to
Breaking up on us.
Yeah, I know. It's the hotel. Sorry about that. Eric, I want to go to you. Is there anything that I need to address for you and your team yet?
Hi, Chuck. Everything's sort of cool so far. I'm getting some really good information from the guys over in the States and sort of Pete. I sort of really appreciate that. Maybe just add a little bit more. I've got a couple of situations. Can anybody offer any advice on that?
Chuck, I have some experience with my others. I don't hear Chuck, but
Pete and Stan, my internet connection is really bad. So you guys just take over
almost
that.
68 years old. She was on 3 high blood pressure medicines. After about 90, after about grade with her diabetes, helping to get under her. I can't, but she's lost weight that she hasn't been able to lose before. So the 30-day weight loss is really an all-around system. Do you agree, Stan?
Yeah, Pete, wholeheartedly. What you're saying is very important for people to understand and listen to closely, is that the first thing that the doctor is going to ask you is, can we shed some of this weight? You know, what are you eating? How's your meal plan going? Someone helping people understand this process, the doctor's going to ask them to lose weight. So that's why I recommend for diabetes issues, for weight issues, for heart and high blood pressure, their heart, and they lower their glycemic index because they're losing weight, the success that they will have in their life will be enormous. Like Pete is talking about his mother. I see it in clients every day, Eric, that the weight that's why I'm recommending the weight loss and the cleanse system, and the you must have the Onyx Supreme in your diet on a daily basis. If you can see my cut, this will process to it has to have minerals and able to put all of these things into one system for our clients, and then have them tell me the things that they're getting, like Pete was telling you.
Thanks very much. What I hear is brilliant. I'll be able to relay that back tomorrow and sort of Monday to the. I'll recommend the weight loss people to them. Thanks again. That's really, really appreciated.
Hey, Eric, over the last 90 days that I've been involved, studying all the time, is that 99% of all lack of nutrition, lack of the right nutrition, not all of them, but a good 90% of all ailments that we have in our bodies are because of the wrong nutrition or not having the right nutrition. And that's what we have here with, with Isogenics and the system.
Thanks. That's appreciated. I'll agree with you there. I mean, that's the diet related.
On the internet today about sugar. This system, the glycemic index is so low on this program that when you take sugar out of somebody's diet, it can actually, they actually have heart surgeon articles, close to 2 million articles that are published on the internet that talk about the root cause to heart disease. The root cause to heart disease is granular sugar. Now, what's sorbent alcohol sugar? And when they mix that into the products, that does the same roughage issue that's happening on the internal lining of the blood vessel. So if you would take the sugar and pretend like you're rubbing like sandpaper on a piece of wood, what happens is it causes it to become rough. Then what happens is you have cholesterol and plaque that get attached to those rough areas. When you take sugar out of your diet and you bring your glycemic alcohol sugar and granular sugar, you bring that down, you're going to change people's lives dramatically. And that's what this system does.
Feeding the correct nutrition in, and then let the body do its own miracle. So that's the thing.
That's the end result. Just feed it right, and the body will do what it's supposed to do.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
I have one question. In terms of using the products, do we have to have a special diet on top of that, or can we eat anything? Because people they're asking that all the time. Does the guide provide a diet system where we have to follow as well, or we just eat as we normally do? That's what I get a lot.
Well, I talk to people all the time that are the same way. I tell them that this is a life change, a total life change. Depending on your goals, we can help people with our diet become healthier. They can go eat their pizza or have their Snicker bar or whatever, and we're still going to add nutrients to their body with our product. But to get do a good diet with Isogenics and your one meal a day. It needs to be healthy. That's You know, I don't know really how to respond to that, Joseph, other than that.
Well, Pete, I agree with you, Pete, for Joseph's benefit. But in the material, and something that you have to understand is when you do the cleanse for life, you can actually eat whatever you want if you were willing to do a daily cleanse, one in the morning and one at night. You could literally, because of the antioxidant ability, the free radical ring from the secondhand smoke to the exhaust that comes out of the tailpipe, all these things, not just in the foods, but this is very important. This is why this is a successful system. And, you know, you heard earlier that John Anderson had one spider bite. Well, let me tell you something. I had 13 of the same spider bites back in 2006. And it took me over 10 years to recover. Do you know what I dumped into my system? Antioxidants, free eradicating process. I took all the enzymes that I could that were digestive enzymes, probiotics, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, and I dumped them into my system. So can you eat what you wanted to eat? Yes. But I'll agree with Pete. Recommend, because we are a way of life, your best results, that you stay with the system, and the system recommends how to eat proper proteins, how the ounces and the numbers that you can look at. There's a lot of us on this team that can help you assist people in those areas. But the system, this book that you get with your 30-day weight loss program takes you right through, it actually takes your hand, and it shows a diagram in here that if you eat the size of your palm in protein, the size of your fingers in carbs, and the size of your thumb in fats, you'll be healthy. Well, as associates, my recommendation would be try to get people to live a change if they're, and I tell people inch by inch, anything yard by yard, things are hard. You are not going to be able to teach people how to change their absolute way of life, change in cold turkey just like that because they're on your program. Let them move into the system, understanding through an education of the product and what the product can do for them, why they want to change, why they want to make a complete investment into their health. And they will change, and you'll see, and you'll probably start crying someplace along the line because you'll hear some fabulous things that have changed in people's lives because they lined it up correctly.
Thank you, guys. That's so obviously, you know, these are questions that we started this week in the UK. So very much appreciate your help, guys. It's been a pleasure as ever anyway, talking to you.
Well, Chuck has put together a phenomenal team program on there. So,
I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. I've been working out for the last half hour. Thank you.
Chuck.
Stan and Pete, thank you guys for saving the call because I kept getting knocked off. You guys were awesome. Thank you.
Don't hesitate to, we in the United States can be contacted through Chuck. Send your message to Chuck. Chuck will get it to us. We'll give you information back. Because 20 years, Pete's been in the business for 90 days, but he's his team that really want to help everybody. Not we're here
awesome, guys. Awesome. Thank you very much.
All right.
And,
have a great day. And I'll say goodbye to everybody for Chuck. Pete, thanks. Do you have anything else, Pete, you want to leave with them?
Well, go ahead and eat fish and chips and cleanse right after, and you can make this product work over there. So,
Not for me, Pete. Not for me. Don't worry about that. Not me.
well, the biggest thing is be a product of the product. Once you start feeling great, having all the energy, I mean, it's going to happen. You put it in the body, it just happens, okay? You're not going to be able to stop it if you put it in the body, all right? So you're going to feel great. You're going to want to share it. And your excitement level will even go even bigger because your belief level is. And, so be a product, being there and launching this business there in the UK. Wish I was there. So take care, guys, and have a great weekend.
Same to you.
See you, everybody.
Bye.